Hello, I'm RJ Baxter with Intercap Lending with your tip of the week. This week, I want to show you guys a buy versus rent scenario. This is a 9-year projection, and it's in Denver County, Colorado. And for those of you that are on the fence as to whether to continue to rent in this high interest rate environment or to go ahead and buy a home, watch this video. It's going to give you a lot of great data on the long-term financial benefits of owning. So first of all, let's look at the top of this chart. So you'll see the first column here, estimated cash flow, is buying. The second column is renting. And the third column is the rent in year 9. Because remember now, if you buy a home, your payment is basically fixed. Now the taxes and insurance are going to go up a little bit over time, but the payment itself is fixed. This projection also assumes that interest rates don't ever go down, that your rate's going to be 7.25% for the entire time. Now, my professional opinion is there will be an opportunity to refinance your interest rate lower within the next few years, which will make these numbers even better. But this assumes that high interest rate throughout the course of the entire 9 years. And you'll see here on this chart to the right that at first it's definitely cheaper to rent, but as time goes on, at an annual rent increase of 5.9%, that gap slowly gets smaller between rent and owning. And then in year 8, it's actually more expensive to rent, and then on and on and on from there, because when you rent, you have no control over what your payment is. You'll see that the numbers here, principal and interest on the buying is $42.98. This is assuming a 10% down payment. Renting, it's not a principal and interest payment, it's just rent. So there's nothing going towards principal, so you're not building equity that way. $36.08 and then $57.24 in year 9. Property taxes and insurance, $773 on the buying scenario. And then this assumes renter's insurance, $54 on the rental scenario. Maintenance and repairs, it's nice when you rent, you don't have any maintenance or repairs to speak of. But on a house projected at $291, and that's where we get the total. So the total cash flow over time, you will save $80,000 approximately by renting versus buying, just on the basic payment. So let's keep scrolling down here. The next section is appreciation gains. This is based on historical averages of 4.75% in the Denver area. Your home over 9 years will go up in value by $362,000. So that means after 9 years, that $700,000 home will be worth $1.062 million. Amortization gains, this is what I was talking about before, paying down the principal. You're going to pay down the principal balance by almost $75,000 and have that $630,000 loan be only $555 after 9 years. The cost to sell, let's say you sell after 9 years, there is a cost, assuming a 6% real estate commission on that $1.062 million property. That's $63,000 on the cost to sell. And then tax benefits. So one of the benefits of ownership is if you itemize your deductions, you can get a $39,000 worth of tax deductions over the course of 9 years. So, and the final chart shows the total net gain by buying a home over 9 years is $325,000. Now that's serious wealth gain over 9 years. And it takes into account all these numbers. So the negatives being the initial closing costs, the cash flow difference, so cheaper to rent over time on just the payment, and then the cost to sell. And then on the right side, the positives, appreciation gain, amortization gain, and then the tax benefits. So as you can see, huge benefit. And again, this is assuming interest rates don't go down over the next 9 years, which is, I think, highly unlikely. So call me if you'd like to look at your scenario. Please forward this video if there's someone you know that's renting and is kind of on the fence as to whether to buy or not. And I hope that helps you out. My name is RJ Baxter, Intercap Lending. Have a great rest of your day.